People would be like
crazy.
excited to do it.
People
And
come from all over. Like the best of the best would come.
Yeah.
We'd go to like Ohio and like whenever there was a tournament, everybody would hear about it and you would go out there.
Yeah, yeah. And now it's like you said this last weekend, I mean, $1 million prize, $100,000 for the women. It's totally changed. Totally changed. Now, you know.
Yeah, they're younger, right? They're not just even 23, it's like 19, 20, 21.
Yeah.
Of like focused, consistent training.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting, you know. It's interesting to see what happens with the jiu-jitsu, the sport, you know, because you look at judo and you look at like these different sports and the evolution of them.
Yeah.
To see what happens, you know, like, you know, I think it's gonna go kind of veer off into different like paths, you know, like, you know, there's like gi, no gi, you know, it's still jiu-jitsu, right? But like even back in the day, like MMA, jiu-jitsu, like it was all like one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was all like one. Everybody was together. But now, you know, you're MMA jiu-jitsu, like sports jiu-jitsu. You know?
Yeah.
I think sports jiu-jitsu, like the good guys, right? They're good both gi and no gi. They've won both, right, as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think saying that, it's like jiu-jitsu is just understand there's levels, right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, you see even like Gordon, right, that he opened up his new gym, who's been obviously primarily only no gi, but is teaching in the gi. You know, because in order for you to run a school and and Danaher talked about that, if you want to run a successful jiu-jitsu gym, you need to have both. You need to have both. It's just important and to build a foundation and
I
also
think Leo Vieira, Kevin asked him on one of his interviews, you know, and he's like both, you know, because you got to do both.
Right, you do. Yeah, and
if you know jiu-jitsu, it's like you gotta do both.
Yeah, of course, it's evolved a lot. Where now, really, you do have to be able. You got to train in both because the game and how you like the attacks and setups and everything. I think
like Andre Galvin said it good as well. Like I love these the interviews right they're short, right? But it was like one is like depending on what you do, the most of like you focus on one for some time, but if you have a no gi thing, you focus more probably for some years once you get like a lot of years in the game on one, and then you shift more to like the gi or whatever, you know, because there was a while that Andre Galvin was fighting MMA. He was fighting at Strikeforce.
Oh yeah.
And then he's like, you know, I want to, you know, because jiu-jitsu, like, I mean, if you did jiu-jitsu, you would end up like fighting MMA because that was like the only path to like make a living, to make money, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what you did. So that's what you did.
That's what you did.
What's that?
That's what you did.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, that's what you did.
I didn't do it for the money, but I, you know, it was like the next step, right? There was no really path of, I don't know, of anything really.
Yeah.
And so then he came back to jiu-jitsu. So then obviously he's training no gi, right, for when he was fighting, and then, you know, put back train with the gi to win his world championships and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I think if you do jiu-jitsu, you should do both, right? We talk about it, you know. It's like one thing or the other, but I think you should, if you do gi, you should also know how to train no gi, and then vice versa, right?
Yeah, it's very
if important. You do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think it's very important.